Hello all, welcome back to Manchester. It's a nice sunny day, the big birds are flying, and we approach from the north. This is a green bridge. I can tell because it's a bridge and it's green. And I noticed down here, our first thing, some people who are maybe struggling for a place to live do not want to camp with crackheads and junkies in the city centre or other aggressive types, and so they come out a bit more rural. Maybe not rural, but certainly Riverside, all watched over by the Canadian geese. Okay, welcome back to Manchester Town Hall. This is the MCR favela. Now, not only Wesley Winter, the talented documentary maker, he's done some great videos. Do subscribe to Wesley Winter, good British man. And he got assaulted here by some of the people living in these tents. And then yesterday I was sent a private video from two photographers, Manchester based, again being assaulted. The police were called, they arrived, and did the people committing the assaults, the physical violence, were they detained or spoken to? No. Guess who was asked to leave the area? Yeah, the photographers. Welcome to Upside Down Clown World. Some of the tents are wishing to leave in the moderate wind, but they get dragged back in, like Tony Montana trying to... Not Tony Montana, the Godfather, I forget. Don Corleone, or his son, trying to leave the mafia. I kept the camera rolling. I had a feeling Big Boy here was going to come and accost me for filming, but no. Big Brain and the Carousel together at last in central Manchester. Well, welcome to St. Anne's Square. Unlike yesterday, today is cold, wet and miserable and drizzly. Yeah, I always thought this egg here looks like a xenomorph egg from the Alien franchise, Ridley Scott. It's gonna come out and hug my chest. No, face hugger. Hug my face. Chest hugger would be more like Nosferatu if you've watched it, the way he crouches over the bodies and sucks the blood out of their hearts. Taste it. I bet he doesn't use a paper straw. So as you can see, this is a BBC funded, super duper it's called, family festival. So that, you know, families would not know what to do if it wasn't for this, you know, they wouldn't have a clue. So, it brings a bit of colour to the city and wholesome things for kids. Who can complain? Not me, not me. Anyway, onwards into the most cursed city in Britain, perhaps the world. Are you also shocked but not surprised about what happened outside the Turkish embassy in London? So, one day ago, a man decided to burn a Quran outside the Turkish embassy. And it was burning, and within seconds, maybe a minute, a man with a large carving knife, very large knife, came out and started slashing at him, trying to cut him up. And the guy panicked, and when he fell over, I was like, he's gonna die. Come up here on it, we're live.
Oh man. Yes.
How are you, mate?
Oh, very well. How are you?
What's your name?
Jamie.
Hey, Jamie. Oh, yeah.
Are you okay?
Good, yeah. What was I gonna say? Have you seen any drama?
No.
Well,
Update Crutch is back.
Oh, is he?
And he was
Oh.
absolutely hammered the other day.
Yeah,
If the police see him, he's going to get banned.
Well, I've been
get banned for 5 years.
I've been told by the police I'm not allowed to self-defend against the crackheads anymore. Now, what country is that where you're not allowed to defend yourself?
So it's getting, my friend. So it's getting. Common sense will get you in jail.
It will, Jamie. Nice one, mate. Have a good weekend. Take it easy, man. See it. We'll turn the camera around. So yeah, Quran burner chose. Well, he didn't choose. He panicked and he fell over, and the guy was stood above him. But then it became clear that he did not intend to murder the burner. I think he intended to cut him up a bit. And it's shocking, but not surprising. Why was a middle-class Turkish diplomat? Why did he have a large knife? Why was he so emotionally charged that he had to Hello, guys. So I'll come and support you guys in a second. Good work. Good on you guys. Cheers. Just some Christians. Some Christians. So yeah, why was a BMW driving, middle class, smartly dressed Turkish guy so fired up by emotion that he had to go and get himself a custodial sentence? He will go to jail unless he is a diplomat, and the Turkish managed to get him off it.
Been speeding for so many years.
But bloody hell.
All the fines that you need to pay.
The news are not reporting on it as a big story, even though it is a massive story. They're not reporting on it big time because they don't want to inflame emotionally charged, ideologically charged crazies. They don't want to. And we'll talk about J.D. Vance telling the Europeans to stop being woke in a minute. Go on, win, man. Cuba. Cu means anus in Portuguese. Cuba. And of course, you got your scarf, you got the flag, you got the signs. Let's see what they're asking for. Fight racism, fight imperialism, end British support for Zionism. That's not very nice. Hello, mate. How are you? All good. All good. Why do you guys hate the Jews so much? Why do you want to end Jewish people having a homeland? Or why do you want to end British people supporting Jewish people having a homeland? Not allowed! Capitalism cannot be reformed. Incorrect. It can always be reformed. The world urgently needs socialism. The planet demands it. The 120 million... Thanks, mate. The 120 million starved and murdered people under communism and socialism might disagree. My Eastern European viewers, they might disagree. Capitalism is a war of the rich against the poor. Wow. When you're angry, ideologically charged anti-Semites, I guess you would see everything as a war. Everything's a war. Don't worry that capitalism dragged literally 3 billion people out of poverty in the last in the late 20th century. Just ignore that. Just and then of course, free Islamic literature. Piccadilly Gardens tram stop, sorry. Lots of ticket checks. You're not getting on without your ticket checked. And I think the reason is there's a bunch of Manchester City football fans getting drunk, having a chant, getting tribal. Imagine if they cared about their homeland as much as they cared about their 11 millionaires kicking a ball. Imagine if they put that energy into getting organized locally, fighting for the right leadership, making their voices heard as they outnumber everyone else in this country. Go on, Man United! Love it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. They're actually quite good fun. Hey, Bill! Oh, look who it is! Off the cuff. Look at that. How are you, Billy? I got told that you're in town. I said I'll bump into him. I said I will. You know, 2 men walking around trying to get content. I just wish them a happy Man United, but they're City fans, so they gave me a nice sing along.
You're these now.
Are they? So we've had about a 5-10 minute walk around and chat. The general consensus is content might be seasonal. We're in a low dip right now. We need to rise up.
Yeah.
Are you finding that there's not so much content as much?
I think it's quiet.
Chris Hedges.
Hey, how are you?
Hedges.
Chris Hedges. Anyway, thank you, Billy. I think end Israeli apartheid is very offensive to black people.
Well, maybe you should ask a black person, and let's not use people as an excuse
But
for
you know,
wrongdoing.
That's fine. But do you know why I say that?
But It's so bad to use nations, to use colour, to use religion, to excuse bad behaviour.
You mean
atrocious behaviour?
No, but
that's what con artists do.
But how can you call it apartheid?
Let's get the truth of this.
There's
Let's get the
Arab
truth
judges in Israel.
Let's get the truth of this.
How are there Arab judges in Israel?
Con artists use moral good, use real truth,
Yeah.
and then reshape them to excuse atrocities. That's what the reality is. And if one of us in chain, it's a good song, all of us in chain.
Everything you
So
said is
come on.
valid against Hamas and pro-Israel.
You know what? Do I support Thatcher? No.
Thatcher.
Do I support Jeremy Corbyn? Yes. Do I support Hamas? No. Do I support Free Palestine? Yes. Just because I'm against a political leader
but you know,
doesn't mean I'm against a political
But
nation.
sorry,
this goes.
their way of if you take a call, but their way of freeing
Okay,
Palestine.
This is a very good show to watch. This will give you a lot of truth. Okay?
No, but
Let's
it's
watch that. Let's watch
Chris
that.
Hedges is a
Chris
committed
Hedges.
cultural Marxist, and he's
Oh,
a
is he now?
yeah, he is. Anyway, thank you. But I think black people don't like people.
Well, why don't you
Apartheid was a real thing in
don't
South Africa.
speak on
Apartheid
behalf
was a
of
real
black
thing.
people, and don't speak on behalf
Why
of
not?
my Jewish
I'm 8%
friends.
black.
Really?
I'm 8% black.
Speak to somebody who's what is it? What's the definite percentage? 92%.
So my 8% Nigerian. I might say no, that's offensive. That's
92% have got.
8% Bantu West African Nigerian.
92% is wrong, but your 8% is right. Thank you. Your math is wonderful.
Anyway,
Your math is even worse than mine.
anyway,
Anyway.
big up. I'm gonna go hang out with my homies and go.
And let's have peace and justice and a pardon Assange, and then we'll have the truth.
We'll
And then-
pardon
And
Assange.
then we don't have this argument.
Did you know Assange is French for a monkey?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, what's wrong with monkeys?
Nothing. Thank you. All the best. Cheers, Billy. Good to see
And
you as
so
well.
is Levi.
Anyway, we'll keep it rolling. End
Free the truth.
end Hamas neo-Nazism. End
And-
Hamas neo-Nazism.
Free the truth, and let's free our world.
Free the hostages.
For-
Free the hostages. Free the hostages.
From both sides.
There's no hostages in Israel.
76
They're
years of
convicted.
hostages,
They're
and
they're
let's free
convicted
apartheid.
criminals.
Apartheid is not right, and everybody knows this.
Anyway, just
we
for
can
my
all agree
what
to
is your?
stop apartheid.
I'm 8% black. What is your ethnicity?
You know what? Everywhere. My ethnicity.
Are you
I'm global. I'm global.
Are you
I
Arab?
am global.
Are you Arab?
I am global.
Are you Arab?
I'm global.
Are you a proud Arab?
I'm proud of everything.
Proud of everything. Thank you. Anyway, God bless you all. God bless you as well, Billy. All the best, guys. You know what? As far as conversations, see you, Billy. All the best, mate. As far as conversations with the pro-Palestine crowd, why can't they all be friendly? Why can't they all be friendly? Well, notice graphic abortion photos ahead. Attention, security body-worn video and audio cameras in use. Live stream filming, operator, cbruk.org. Well, I'm not going to film the graphic images because I need my shekels. And YouTube will say, not allowed to monetize if you film the... Well, funny, some free speech is allowed. Free speech which doesn't challenge the regime, but other free speech which challenges the status quo and the ideology of multiculturalism and mass immigration. And hello, mate. How are you? All good. There's a good viewer down there. Remember, guys, prostitutes are temporary. God is eternal. So get your priorities in order. Isn't it incredible when a man in his 40s, American, J.D. Vance, big up the V surnames, big up the Vance, came to Munich a day after a Afghan shouting during his arrest, Ya Allah, Ya Allah. I saw the arrest video. An Afghan 24-year-old the day before ran over 30 people, killing one, a lady, and there's a toddler in intensive care. So that's the backdrop to Make America Great Again arriving in Munich for this conference. And J.D. Vance spoke the truth. Europe's free speech is receding because we are importing millions of people who don't like free speech, who are totalitarian, who are supremacist, and everything we fought for in Europe against the forces of totalitarianism and stupidity and backwardness is being threatened. But I am very hopeful. I'm optimistic. It's always darkest before dawn. And we're maybe 3 or 4 atrocities away from the mass deportations beginning. And I wish it was sooner. I wish we didn't have to have 3 or 4 atrocities. But Southport didn't do it. Manchester Arena didn't do it. The continued mass thingies across Europe didn't do it. So what's going to do it? What's going to be the spark, the catalyst, where Britain decides to be a civilized country again? I hope I'm wrong. I hope it can happen politically and peacefully without any atrocities. I do hope that. But the realpolitik in me, the cynical, jaded, middle-aged man in me. Get out of my rear end, you horrible, cynical, middle-aged man. No, sorry about the gay jokes. You know, gay jokes are back. Gay jokes are back with a vengeance. Gay and retarded jokes that's prime free speech right now. Anyway, let's turn the camera around. Orwell would love it. All watched over by giant cameras and telescreens. How did he predict that in 1948 when he wrote 1984? How did he predict it? Well, any reasonable, rational person can see the end products of totalitarianism and communism and fascism and all these other social engineering ideologies. Oh, it's Socialist Workers' Party. Anyway, everyone, all the cults are out today. I've just been handed 2 flyers. Are there barriers preventing you from achieving the happiness you want in life? Well, yeah, it's called the UK government, but Scientologists. Bloody-tologists. The bell ringers tells everyone to get inside the lunar lander. Get in the lunar lander, people. We're in the Royal Exchange Theatre, in case you hadn't noticed. And pink dreadlocks on a white lady. Look at that, pink dreadlocks. So there you go. All the lovies and all the theatre goers, they're here for a lovely good time. The red asterisk denotes that they carry guns. People ask that from time to time, so I thought I'd let you know. Again. Wind, man. It's still windy. Wait a minute. On this street, we obey the laws of physics. Okay. Huh.